of the most common questions I get about Giglad is whether it can be controlled from an existing Korg, Yamaha, Roland, or another arranger keyboard. My answer has usually been that only the keys can be used directly because arrangers are not standardized as MIDI controllers when it comes to what their buttons send out, which MIDI messages they use, or whether they send anything useful at all. That is why we created an application that can intercept different types of messages from different arrangers and convert them into useful MIDI information that Giglad can use for control. This is Mediator, and you can download it for free from our website. The link is in the description. The idea is simple. On the keyboard, you create an empty style where each variation uses a different sound. That way, when you change the variation, the style sends a program change message to MIDI out. You have probably seen this before. Styles in an arranger can change sounds depending on the selected variation. Mediator intercepts that program change message, filters out all the other messages sent by the style, and converts only the message we need into a simple MIDI note that Giglad understands and uses for control. The same principle applies to pads. Each pad can send a MIDI note, while STS or OTS buttons can send different program change messages. Mediator can intercept those as well and convert them into useful MIDI notes for Giglad. Keyboard sets and registrations are mapped in the same way. On the top panel, we choose the MIDI input device. This is the arranger we are receiving information from. Here we choose the MIDI output. This is where we send the corrected MIDI controls. In this case, I am using the virtual MIDI driver built into macOS. On Windows, you can install Loop MIDI, which gives you the same kind of virtual MIDI connection. Here we select the MIDI channel used for playing, so Mediator knows not to send control messages on that channel. In the panel below, we choose which MIDI channels from the arranger Mediator should listen to. Here you can see a Korg setup. We listen to channel 10, where the style sends program change messages. Channels 13, 14, 15, and 16 send notes from the pads. We also listen to channel 3, where upper 3 sends program change messages. We use that to map STS and keyboard sets. At the bottom, we have the list of mapped controls. Press Learn, then press the buttons on the keyboard that you want to map. The list automatically moves to the next entry, so you can map everything in a few seconds. Select any row manually and choose which MIDI message we listen to from the arranger. Then you choose what it should be converted into, for example, a MIDI note or a CC controller, and which MIDI channel should be sent to Giglad. My recommendation is to keep the keys on MIDI channel 1 and put all controls on other MIDI channels. This keeps everything clean and avoids conflicts. And that is it. In Giglad, set the MIDI input to this virtual MIDI driver. So the signal flow is the arranger sends a lot of MIDI messages. Mediator intercepts and filters them. It uses only the message you choose. It converts it into a MIDI note or CC message that Giglad understands. Then it sends it to the virtual MIDI driver. Giglad receives it from that virtual MIDI device, and the result is what you saw at the beginning of the presentation.